That was probably one of, if not the toughest day. I'm pretty sure that was the toughest day I've had as a coach.
Before the accident happened was one of my best seasons ever. I was very motivated.
It was a pretty regular and routine exercise that she was going through. We were doing step-ups on a box.
That whole summer I was training and I wanted to get better and better.
And all of a sudden I see Yana kind of coming off the box a little bit different. I could tell that, it didn't look right.
I came down to rack it and my foot tripped up and I sat straight down with 135 pounds on my back. They were checking everything to see how much movement I was feeling, and one of the officers took the shoes off and he asked how it felt, and at that moment I realized that I was losing feeling on my legs. I remember there'd be times that I would get the kids up before the worker came in and get them dressed and get them ready, and I just enjoyed the fact that I was helping out and I felt like I was needed.
A sense of purpose meant a lot to this young girl, growing up in a Bulgarian orphanage.
The older you get, then the more you kind of realize that, the older I get, the harder it's going to be for me to get adopted, because a lot of families are looking for babies or toddlers, younger kids that they can grow into their family.
Yana was born with cleft lip and palate, and surgery had failed to fix it. At 9 years old, the prospect of adoption was a long shot. But that's when an American family stepped in and chose her. It was exciting, yet bittersweet.
I remember the actual day that they adopted me, and it was kind of heartbreaking because Bulgaria is all that I knew and the orphanage is all that I knew. And so to leave everybody there, I remember I was crying as the car was leaving the orphanage, and it was very hard, but at the same time I was very happy too, because it's I'm gonna get a better life in America.
Her new life in Connecticut saw much growth. Yana had successful surgery, learned English, and was now a part of a loving family. Her early life struggles had also forged a competitive drive that translated onto the playing field. Yana excelled in sports and was given an opportunity to compete in the javelin at Liberty University. She put in the work and she found success. But then came that fateful day. Yana's back injury was unstable, so she was transported to UVA Medical Center for surgery.
The doctors were telling my athletic trainer and the coaches that it wasn't looking good. I wasn't going to be able to come back walking from it because of how bad it was.
In spite of the dire warnings, Yana held out hope, and she would cling to her faith.
During that whole time, I never felt alone. I never felt like I was doing this on my own, because the athletic trainer, Mary, was there, the coaches were there, everybody was just praying, and even the whole school was even praying because they heard about my accident.
Surgery was a success, and Yana's first glimpse of hope began with a wiggle.
The nurse goes, "Hey Mary, did she tell you yet?" I was like, "Tell me what?" She was like, "She has movement." I was like, "What?" So I turn around and bust into her room, and she's like, "I can move my toe." And I'm like, "No way." And so she pulls back the blanket, and sure enough, her big toe is able to just move a little bit. But I've never been more excited for a big toe to move in my entire life. We are crying, we are laughing. You're holding on to hope and you're holding on to faith, but that was that moment of this is real. God is working a huge miracle here.
The road to recovery began at a rehab center in Atlanta. Yana continued to make progress, cheered on by her Liberty family.
What are you doing?
She was walking again, a stark contrast to her early prognosis. But with each step forward, Yana was also moving into the difficult reality of living injured.
Within this past year, I would say it's been the hardest. When it first happened, it was easy to talk about God, and it was easy to share that all that God's done in my life, and knowing that, okay, I'm gonna be able to come out of it. But then after I came back, and the last 4 or 5 months has not been easy, because I'm now able to walk, I'm able to do everything, but at the same time, I'm in a lot of pain. And the rest of my life, I now...
Living each day with the physical struggles and the memories of what had been.
Some days are easier than others, but when it is the hard days, it's reminding me of how much I've lost. But I'm also reminded that I'm still growing, and I'm growing in Christ, and no matter how many times I fail in honoring God or giving it all to God, that He's still there for me.
Faith in the middle of the storm.
I want people to realize that walking with God is not easy. It's a daily struggle, but He's never gonna leave you, and He's always gonna be by your side, helping you through the challenges that you're going through.
Yana's injury has prevented her from ever competing again, but she's been able to stay involved with the sport she loves in a new role as a coach.
Yeah, that seemed like a lot better on getting that hip around. I had to realize that my purpose here has changed. Instead of being the athlete, I am now helping out coach in any way that I can. Want to come more from the top, okay?
She's at a stage that it's not so obvious because she's not in a cast. It's not so obvious because she's not in a wheelchair anymore and on crutches. So people kind of forget about it.
In, out, out, there you go.
And it's good because she wants to be treated as normal, but it's hard because she doesn't feel normal, and there's still a lot of pain and a lot of process left to go.
An enduring reminder of the past, but through her struggle, Yana looks forward and sees the greater purpose.
To reach others for Christ. So any way that I can reach others through my story is what I want to do, and I want to be an encouragement to people.